Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, a podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 719, and it is your review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. As always, it is here. As always, it is the Nerd Chicano here to host the show along some wonderful co-hosts, Brad and Yoda.
What's up, everybody? We're on a wonderful Monday night.
And we're here to discuss one of the classic horror films of all time
Old
for
school,
the first
baby.
time on this channel.
Old school.
Yeah. And as always, this is live, early, and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore, where you can get this episode directly streamed to you, ad-free and early for anybody else gets to watch it on a Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. So as you can join us on Patreon at the $1 tier at patreon.com/nerdcore, along with other cool tiers that we have available for you all there. Brad, before we can get into this review, how are you doing today, man?
Doing all right. All my friends have left my house. My aunts are gone. So I'm hopefully back on a schedule for the most part.
Yeah. Unless you have a what's it called, spontaneous trip to Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah, I'm hoping not. That would be a bad trip probably. But yeah, so we've got insurance on the line, so they're supposed to send somebody out to look at the truck, and then we got somebody to come out look at taking out the tree. So yeah, we got a lot of shit.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Sucks for you, man.
Yeah, and why is it gonna happen on my vacation? Of all the fucking time.
Yep. Out of the things that could go wrong, when it happens on your fucking vacation.
Yeah. And I never usually take vacations, so It is what it is. But I'm here to talk about a good horror film. And I think both me and Ro actually tried this month when it came to choosing the horror films.
I think we had a pretty damn good month, man. We're still got it going though. Stacy says, "Well, sir, you can still drive the tree, but the truck is totaled."
Thanks.
Oh God.
Actually, I took revenge on that tree part of it today. So I took my own chainsaw to yeah, I was doing a little dancing.
Yep. You watch the movie and you're like, damn, I feel like chopping that stupid tree down.
That sounds like a good fucking idea. Well, I was cleaning up some of the branches of the second branch that fell.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But so wait, so the branches, is the city gonna come and pick them up now? Everything that you what's it called?
No.
Cut down?
No.
So what the fuck are you gonna do with those branches then?
Either I'm gonna have to rent a wood chipper or they're going in my fire pit, one or the other.
Okay. Yeah, because over there, like all the tree branches and stuff that fall from our tree, like we just put it in this little like ditch where our what's it called our mailbox is, and the city of Bronzeville comes and picks it up.
No. I could always bring it also to the transfer station or something, but
yeah.
But I can always use it to like
you need
a
truck to do that.
Yeah.
You just need a truck to do it. Yep. Yeah. Like, fuck you, bro.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah. I didn't do much, Brad. Day off today. I went ahead and I streamed. Played a little bit of Dead Space. And then with Chatters, we played Geotastic.
Oh, nice.
So that's got fun. That going on. I'm gonna stream tomorrow again. Gonna try to go vote tomorrow. But other than that, I just went to
I filled in my mail-in. Brenda's filling in her mail-in, and we'll mail those off.
Nice.
So everyone do your civic duty. Go vote.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully I'll stream tomorrow. But got a lot of fun stuff, man. This is gonna be a packed week, guys. Over on Patreon, you're gonna have your early streams, but you're also doing the both episodes of the TV show commentaries are happening this week. Next week is gonna be a really crazy, hectic week, and I also work on Thursday night. So, what I had planned for our Halloween celebration, isn't gonna happen because sadly that's work. But so I was like, oh fuck it, patrons are gonna have to get the 2 episodes this week. So it's fine.
But I guess to the point again, we chose really good movies to review this month. So we hope you all
Fuck
enjoy
yeah.
that. It's not like previous years where one time I did try to sabotage Halloween month.
Yep. I promise that we'll have a freebie mini pod for you guys sooner rather than later. That was the plan.
Yeah.
That this month we were gonna have a free one for everybody, and we were gonna have it because of Halloween, but just didn't happen.
Well, and you might see me over with Raul on possibly Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff planned for Saturday. Just coming back from work, and BO6 is gonna be. Actually, BO6 is pre-installed on my computer already, so once it's ready to go on the 25th. So, it sucks. I work on Saturday, or else I'd be like, as soon as I wake up, brush my teeth, eat my breakfast,
get it
like
on.
I'm streaming until I fucking feel like getting off.
And then so my wife will be out of town, so I'll have at least that Saturday.
Yep.
Do whatever the fuck I want.
Whatever the fuck I want.
At least right now, we'll see. We'll see if that changes for whatever God-given reason.
Yeah. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. But a lot of cool stuff planned this week, guys. Of course, we got Agatha and the Penguin, but we also got both those episodes of Spawn that we're gonna be doing for the patrons. And then today we're gonna be continuing on with our Texas Chainsaw Massacre as we go ahead and continue on with Horror Month, man. So let's go ahead and do this thing, Brad. You ready for this thing?
I'm ready.
All right, man. So without further ado, if you have not seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the 1974 film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning. It is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video.
Oh, by the way, Raul, before we start, I forgot. I wanted to mention that I did watch Terrifier, the first one.
What a piece of shit movie, huh?
Horrible acting all around. There are scenes in that, though, where I was literally fucking laughing. Just because it was making fun of the horror genre. I'm just like, this is okay. I can see why this kind of caught on.
Yeah, Terrifier 2 is a little better. Still doesn't really have much of a story going on, but once they go into Terrifier 3, it's like, okay, they know what they're doing now.
There's something there.
There's something there.
I mean, but the anti, or I guess the villain, the clown, Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. Yeah.
He made me laugh, so I give him that for the first one.
Stacy says, "I'll catch on when you're going up against Joker the musical." Okay. Fuck, Art the Clown versus Joker. Okay, that's cool. All right, Brad. Enough of the dilly dallying and the silliness.
No more dilly dally.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Brad, introduce them to 1974's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right, Raul. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a 1974 American independent horror film produced, co-composed, and directed by Tobe Hooper, who co-wrote it with Kim Hinkle. The film stars Ayden Byrnes, Paul A. Partain, Edwin Neal, Jim Sydow, and Gunnar Hansen. The plot follows a group of friends who fall victim to a family of cannibals while on their way to visit an old homestead. The film was marketed as being based on true events to attract a wider audience and to act as a subtle commentary on the era's political climate. Although the character of Leatherface and minor story details were inspired by the crimes of murderer Ed Gein, its plot is largely fictional. Hooper produced the film for less than $140,000, $700,000 adjusted for inflation, and used a cast of relatively unknown actors drawn mainly from Central Texas, where the film was shot. Due to the film's violent content, Hooper struggled to find a distributor, but it was eventually acquired by the Bryanston Distributing Company. Never heard of them. Hooper limited the quantity of on-screen gore in hopes of securing a PG rating, but the Motion Picture Association of America rated it R. The film faced similar difficulties internationally, being banned in several countries, and numerous theaters stopped showing the film in response to complaints about its violence. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was released in the United States on October 11th, 1974. While the film initially received mixed reception from critics, it was highly profitable, grossing over $30 million at the domestic box office, equivalent with roughly over $150.8 million as of 2019. Selling over 16.5 million tickets in 1974, it has since become widely regarded as one of the best and most influential horror films. It is credited with originating several elements common in the slasher genre, including the use of power tools and murder weapons, the characterization of the killer as a large, hulking masked figure, and the killing of victims. It led to a franchise that continued the story of Leatherface and his family through sequels, prequels, a remake, comic books, and video games. Okay. Cinematography by Daniel Pearl, edited by Sally Richardson, Larry Carroll, music by Toby Hooper, Wayne Bell, and a running time of 83 minutes, budget $80,000 to $140,000, box office of $30.9 million. And this is why they tell you horror is the movie to make.
This is the first time I'm hearing that Leatherface isn't a real person.
I always thought, well, it was taken in
Because
part
you can
from
go and fucking visit the house, bro.
It was taken in part due to Ed Gein, but there is a family of cannibals. It's kind of The Hills Have Eyes, if you've seen that movie. That's based on a family of cannibals as well. So and I think it's in the hills of Texas as well. So it's similar in that regard.
Yeah. This whole time, I thought Leatherface was a real person.
I mean, it's only based on Ed Gein. So technically,
yeah,
I guess you could consider that real, because Ed Gein would wear his victim's face, from what I understood.
Yeah. All right, man. Brad, I saw this movie for the first time when I was a child. Probably was supposed to be watching it. I was with my aunt at home, and she would love to putting the TV on and watching movies on the TV. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on the TV.
All right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then you wonder why Raul is as fucked up and why he likes the movies he likes nowadays. Which, apparently, according to somebody I know, I was told that watch a lot of what's it called? They were like, "Why do you like watching movies where women get mangled?" And I was like, "That's not all the movies I watch."
I mean, and not necessarily you per se like that women get mangled. That's just what the movies are.
Yeah, I just watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but Brad, I have to say, getting to watch this with the eyes of an adult now, I'd say this movie is really good and it really holds up really well. Now, do I think it's perfect? No, I don't think it's perfect. But man, it is an achievement for an independent horror film, Brad.
Right.
My God,
that took a while to find. I can see why back in '74 it had a hard time finding distribution.
Yeah.
Just because.
This is a massive achievement, man. I love the look of this movie as it's shot on film, and I love the lighting that they use in this. And I think it's a great film, and it's worthy of it being the iconic film that it is revered to be. What are your initial thoughts, Brad?
First, we need to read Stacy's comment.
Well, Leatherface has calmed down more these days. In fact, he's campaigning for office for working at McDonald's this week.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, damn, God. Brad, your initial thoughts?
So, Ro, I have never seen this movie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I have never seen this movie, which is one of the reasons why I chose this movie. And I have to say, I don't believe this movie is perfect either. I agree with you there. I think it's a foundational horror film. I put it at that point because a lot of the shots you get in the slasher films that follow, a lot of the story, it's this movie. The shots coming from down, especially when they're following the women characters, like when they're about to be killed, and you get the shot of the ass shot, like it's looking up from behind. A lot of those shots is in a lot of future horror films after this.
Yep.
The lighting in this, the sound in this, I thought is fantastic. The chainsaw, and not only the chainsaw, but the actor, I believe it was Gunnar Hansen, who's playing Leatherface. He's making these grunts in there, and then he makes these pig noises when he kills some of them, like super freaking creepy and fantastic for a horror film in my mind. But again, the story, like, it's a horror film. There's not going to be much story. Um, and I think for that it loses a few for me, but that's gonna
Yeah,
be the typical horror film in that. But I think overall I can see why this is so lauded as being as basically a foundational horror film.
yeah. I agree with you, Brad. Story is kind of not present, and it's just you don't really know much about the family or
Yeah.
what is
I
going
I
on.
I give it to them though at the end with the twist where she runs into the gas station and she asks the old guy for help. He's
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll help you," and then he puts a burlap sack over. I was like, I kind of had an inkling he might have been family, but I wasn't sure. And then that, yeah,
yeah. I honestly I was surprised too because I thought I had seen that guy before with her during the film, and then it's like, oh wait, no, this is another fucking person. I don't know who this person is.
no, no, the one at the gas station. No,
Yeah,
he was the owner of the gas station when they
yeah,
first
yeah,
come in, and he's like, "Hey, you guys should have barbecue," and he keeps telling
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah,
not to go to the house.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, he did kind of warn them, but maybe he was trying to get them to stay there so he could just kill them right there.
yeah. Now, on I like I said, the story isn't like really there, and it's just kind of like, oh man, I wish that story was better. I don't necessarily agree that every horror movie has is probably not going to
No,
have a story. Nah, I don't think so. There's a
no,
lot of great horror
no.
films that have
There's
great
just
stories.
there's really no background to the characters
Yeah,
in the van. Like, there's really it's a bunch of traveling hippies for the most part, and they pick
yeah,
up a hitchhiker that turns out to be one of the kin of
yeah,
the cannibals, and that's kind of the story. It's these group of hippies that get killed by a group of
yeah.
cannibals. Yeah.
But like I said, man, I think the movie's fantastic, man. I think like I love the way they shoot this movie. The sound design is great. The twist, like you said, I wasn't expecting that, and you know, the acting is fine.
For most part,
Yeah.
I mean, there's some of the women in
It's
there.
very much the
They're fuck.
70s, though.
I
It's
mean,
very
they
much that style of acting from the 70s,
but
especially
this
independent 70s films.
but the women in there, they got the scream down for
Oh my
like
god, bro.
before Scream Queens, like they freaking belted it out.
Yeah.
Although at some point, and this is kind of I give it points for this because this is what you find in the typical horror films that follow this is for some reason as the woman's running out, she's screaming the whole way to let the villain know where she is.
Oh yeah, and also the running and flailing the arms. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, granted, yeah,
But
she's terrified, but
twice did this woman throw herself from windows, bro.
yes, like she and twice she got back up,
Yeah,
and one of them
yeah.
was at a pretty tall. It was like on the second
Pretty,
floor or something.
pretty tall distance, pretty
Yeah,
tall height, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. So there's a lot of tropes that come out of this film, and there's a
You
lot of
know,
shots that, like you said, get replicated from this film, and it's worthy of being iconic. I don't think I would have been as high on this film if it would have been like 20 minutes longer.
yeah.
I think
I think
it was
I
good where
think
it
it
was at.
ended right. I think it ended right where it needed to, and we saw like okay, the woman survived. Although the one character I feel bad for is the trucker.
Oh yeah,
Because he helped, but at the same time, like Leatherface was over by the truck and he had to come back for the truck eventually.
yeah, yeah. He kind of like, yeah. I kind of gotta go back, and also like feel bad for the trucker because he's gotta take that truck back to the company, and
Yeah,
he's like, hey,
it's
what's up
just
with like all these scratches?
yeah, and you know they're gonna do more of that truck than just chainsaw it.
Yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, man. But I was like, damn, bro, poor trucker, man. If it
Yeah.
ain't broke, just jump through it. I guess. Just jump through it. I guess. Oh my god, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
But I did enjoy I thought the one actress was pretty good. The one who survives at the end and she's like bawling and she's laughing. Like, you get the like
Oh
I
yeah.
survived all bloody and
The
just
final
laughing
girl,
at it.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta have your final girl.
I
Um.
did. I also liked the brother, her brother, who was in the wheelchair. It's like okay, he's a little bit slow, and not because of the wheelchair,
He's just kind of like mentally just not there at all.
not
Like
fully there
this guy
at
just
all.
this guy needs to think a little bit more. But
Yeah,
yeah,
just a little slow on the uptake.
yeah. What about the grandpa, bro? Oh my
Oh
god.
god. That was the creepy when he's sucking on her finger.
Yeah,
That
bro.
was the
Like,
worst part, I think. Although I did find it I shouldn't find it hilarious, but them trying to lift up the hammer. Like, yeah, Grandpa was the best
yeah,
slaughter killer ever. One hit, you
grandpa was the
dead.
best. Come on,
Yeah,
grandpa, do
okay.
it, grandpa.
Like, oh
Yeah.
god. And Grandpa, like, I think Grandpa dead. Like, if he ain't dead yet, he damn near.
He, like he's that,
He ain't
that
got.
man's like a fucking what's it called cookie away from fucking slipping into a coma,
Yeah,
bro.
he ain't fucking 1 foot in the grave. He like three quarters in. You just
Yeah,
need to
bro.
shut the fucking door.
Yeah. I do love like I love that this family like the dad is like the one who's like commanding everything, but he's like, but I ain't gonna do the killing though. Like I ain't got no
I
pleasure in
I
killing.
do I do the cooking. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, man?
Yet he's the one who tells his kids like, y'all are fucking stupid. You're not doing this right. He's like, well, how about you do the fucking
How
killing
about
then,
you do
dad?
it? We've been doing all the work.
Yeah. Well, I just do the cooking. Yeah. Oh man. So, do you think, Brad, if they would have gone in there to eat the barbecue, you think they were going to be eating human?
Yeah, they were eating human. That
Yep.
guaranteed. Which um was it Bundy or no, it wasn't Bundy. I forget
Dahmer.
what it was. Dahmer who
Yeah.
cooked people and then fed it to his neighbors.
Yeah.
Which makes you feel really bad
Fucking
for the neighbors.
crazy, man.
Just fucking. Ugh.
Jeez. Yeah. But
I had to be changing my name and moving if I lived next to him.
yeah. But man, I think it's a great film, Brad, and I think that it is such an achievement for independent films and independent horror. And what this, creates is like just a long-standing legacy of what horror becomes, and especially the slasher genre. The slasher genre changes because of this. I mean,
Oh yeah,
obviously, it's the first slasher is Psycho, and then of course Halloween comes around and really does fucking revolutionize it. But man, Texas Chainsaw
this
Massacre is a big part of it too.
I mean, I don't think you have a Jason Voorhees without
Nah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre because Jason Voorhees is the big hulking, slow, you know, killer character.
Yep. And I love the character of Leatherface. I think he's such an
And then
interesting character.
Michael Myers kind of fits in that too. Michael Myers, I think, is a little bit more of a smarter villain character in that way. But I don't think you have a lot of these slasher films without Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great film, man. I really do like it. And I think that it's not perfect though, like I said, and I think that it suffers a little bit it suffers a bit
Lack of story,
from the lack of story, and
a little
some
bit
of
of
the
the
acting's a
acting.
little stiff here and
Yeah,
there, but it's the iconic film that deserves to be made.
for a movie that didn't have much of a budget and then had a difficulty finding distributing, I think it did pretty well.
Dahmer was the one who said he didn't meet a man he didn't like. Pretty sure. um,
Yep.
Brad, what's your final verdict?
I'm going to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre an 8.5 out of 10.
We're right on the money, man. We're right on the same verdict here. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8.5 out of 10, Brad.
I think it is a foundational horror film, and most of the time I give foundational movies 10 out of 10. But I think just because the horror genre, there's not much of a story going on, and there is, like you said, some acting that isn't the greatest through this, which makes sense after you read that they just found a cast that was in the middle of Texas.
Yep. But
But
hey, man, that's
you
as
don't.
independent as it gets.
But you don't get a lot of great horror films without this.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And plus, it spawned a whole fucking franchise, Brad.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it has a video game. Leatherface is iconic.
Yep, he is, man. And yeah, that concludes our review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. As always, you can join us on the nerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore _ Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore. Our Discord link is in the description below. You can check us out there. Talk to us about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, whether you like the movie or not, and Which one's your favorite one? Just talk to us on the
Yeah,
Discord.
maybe we'll review that one.
Yeah. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like on the video, leave a comment as well. Tell us what you think about the movie. What do you think about a review? Of course, what's your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre film?
Or
Also,
what's your
did you
favorite
think
slasher?
that Leatherface was a real person? Because I swear to God, I thought it was a real
I
person.
mean, technically, he's based on Ed Gein. I mean,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on this channel. Make sure if you're listening to this on the on your favorite podcast app of choice that you follow us and you leave a like on that app. All of that helps us out so much. As always, we would like to thank our Patreon supporters because they make this possible. You guys are wonderful people and we love you guys so much. Without you guys, we're just not doing this at the level we are, and we get to do this as consistently as we do it because you guys are the wonderful people that you guys are. Brad, sorry, I meant to say that we got a lot going on. Tomorrow, live on Patreon, it's $5 tier and above. We're going to be doing the first TV commentary, episode commentary for the Spawn animated series. We're doing episode 1 tomorrow. And then nothing's going on Wednesday. I'm working Wednesday night, so can't do anything on Wednesday night. And Thursday, we're doing our review live and early and ad free of our extra reviews. Friday we have Agatha all along and the night for everybody on the public. Saturday in the afternoon drops the 12 p.m. the extra review that we were reviewing early and ad free and live on Patreon on Thursday. It's gonna be going on Saturday at 12 p.m. for everybody, and at night we are doing Spawn episode 2 for our patrons at the $5 tier and above. Sunday, of course, is what's it called?
The Penguin.
It's Penguin.
It's the Penguin.
So yeah, some things may change here and there. We might do Spawn a little earlier once I get what's it called? Because I do. My plan is I'm playing Black Ops 6 until I'm fucking tired, and I'm probably gonna be midnight. So what's it called? I'm playing Black Ops 6 all day on Saturday. I sit my ass on this chair. I'll get up to pee and eat, but not at the same time. But
I'm thinking I'll probably join you. So
yeah,
it sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
I know I'll suck, but hey.
Yeah, zombies multiplayer Warzone. It's all happening. I'll be playing campaign later. I'll do that on my own. But yeah, zombies and all that fun stuff. But without further ado, Brad, we'll see them tomorrow on Patreon. Let's go ahead and send them out of here.
All right, Raul. The main host as
wait,
always.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about the patrons.
Executive producer Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thrifted.io or go buy something from the Subby Guide at dpop.com/PrisonCityVintage.
Damn straight. Now, Brad, without further ado, let's go ahead and get them the hell out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to Stacy for once again joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners out there at Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, make sure you stop for gas before you try to drive through Texas. Young Yoda out.